First conditionals. First conditionals are quite easily understood by the students. The teachers need to introduce first conditionals as things which would be possible to happen and which would be the actions which are natural and based on facts. For example, the water will boil at 100 degrees centigrade. That is a fact and it is going to happen. But it also has a condition. That is why it is different from future tense. But since it is using the word will, so it is relevant to the future tense in one way. But since it has a condition, therefore it is called first conditional. Why it is based on the first degree of conditionals is that because it is a fact. It is going to happen. It is not that it would not happen. But it also has an associated condition with it. It will only boil at 100 degrees centigrade. Otherwise, it will not boil. So, there is a condition. Therefore, it is called a conditional. There is the use of will, which is very relevant to the future tense. And the students may think, why it is not a future tense? If this sentence is being asked from a student, is it a future tense? The correct answer would be, it is a future tense, but it is also a conditional. But sometimes it cannot be expected from the student to be so perfect in the grammar of sentences. So the teacher needs to instruct in the instructions whether the students need to say along with the tense that whether the sentence is a conditional or not, or what degree of conditional it is. So for that matter, it is suggested that if the teachers have already introduced the conditional to the students, then while talking about the tense and testing them on the tense, they can also ask the students in the instructions given in the paper or the test or the assessment to specify whether the sentence carries a conditional status or not. And if it carries a conditional status, what degree of conditional is it? For example, the teacher may say, please underline the word which tells you it is a conditional sentence. Or she may say, do you find the sentence to carry a conditional status? If yes, please specify the degree of conditional. This exercise, as I said, has to be done with the advanced level students. Basically, the purpose of understanding the conditional is to make use of this while the students are expressing things which are going to happen in the future but are only going to happen with a condition. If that condition is not available, that action will not take place. But definitely that action is going to take place in the future. It hasn't really taken place in the past, but as the facts of science are, these facts have been taking place since ever, since the discovery of that particular fact. So that means that fact has already taken place before also, but when it is put in a statement, it is put in a future form because it has a condition. We can always say water always boils at 100 degrees centigrade. But when we want to put it as a fact, we would say water will boil at 100 degrees centigrade.